Hi and welcome to Makeup440plus. So today I'm reviewing one of the items, well two of the items really, in my latest haul. And I just dropped something. I'm not even going to say it. So it's the Too Faced Pretty Rebel palette. This is really a beautiful palette. I personally love this palette. It's got, you know, your 4 neutrals on this side and then these coloured, well I would actually say 6 because I think these two really can be used as neutrals to give you a fairly nice eye, and then these here which have got a bit of colour in them. I'm going to do this eye look today and I will have swatches. You will have seen hopefully swatches in my haul video, so but I'll zoom in and I'll show you the eye look I'm going to do. Now I've already used this palette and I did this eye look yesterday because as you probably have seen with the other videos I've put up, my daughter had a garden party and I wore a floral dress. So I did this eye with, I'll just turn this light off so you can see the pink maybe a bit better. No. So hopefully that pink is showing up in this look. So I've got like a pink, but I've done it really softly. I've used the pink out of the palette and then I've just brought it down under my eye as well. So I've used quite a few shades to get this look, and I have to say this look that I did yesterday using these combinations of colours was still there. I put it on at about 6 o'clock yesterday morning and it was still on at 11 o'clock last night. So the colours had really great staying power. So I will leave you zoomed in, and my desk I just bumped, so I apologise, and hopefully I'll stay in focus. So the first thing I used was something else out of my haul, and it was one of the, if I hold it up the right way, it's one of the Hello Kitty eyeshadow sticks. Now because of the reflection I've got no hope of seeing what name this colour is, so I am sorry, but it's this champagne-y colour. So all I did was I basically just drew this all over my lid and I took it up through my brow, and I basically, when I put on a shadow stick, I often pull it from the corner down to the corner of my eyelid, so I've got basically the area, and then I just fill in the blanks, if that makes sense, just so I can make sure that I've got my whole eyelid area covered for what I'm doing. So I just took that all over my lid as a base, and then I just took a tiny bit of it under. I'm just going to, because not only did I do it yesterday, but I'm doing it now, so let's stop talking in past tense. Just under my lash line, really close, to pick up the colours that I'm going to put down there. The first thing I did, or I'm going to do, I did on the other eye, but I'm going to do, is I'm taking my Mirror Nest pencil. This one is in Chloe, it's number 2, it's this Focus, it's this beautiful green colour which you will have probably seen me use before. So I'm just going to tight line with that. So I'm just taking that on my tight line and my waterline just to enhance the green just ever so slightly. Now this Pretty Rebel palette has a lot of colours that I think are dupes for others, but I don't do dupes. I could, but I just haven't sort of got into that dupes sort of thing yet. So I may do some, but I do know some of them are very similar to some other colours that I've got. So first colour I'm going to go in with is called Charming, and it's this really deep chocolate, and I'm just putting that down in my crease. Now most of this will be covered up, so I'm doing it fairly roughly, if you like, because like I say, it is going to be covered up, but, and as you can see my eye's watering away, so handy tissue. So I'm more using this in my crease to use to blend out the other colours, because as you can see you can't see it that harshly in this, on this side. So firstly I'm going to go, I need to find my brushes. So I'm going to take that Charming again, and this is on the Blending E36 brush from Sigma. So this tiny little blending brush, which I just love. So I'm just going to blend that out, because even though it's going to be covered up, I just still want it to be blended and not a harsh line, even though I used that brush to put it in the crease. So by the way, the brush I used to put it in the crease was a one of these bullet brushes. So it's got a nice densely packed bristles, and this one is from Coastal Scents, which I really love. Then I am going to go in, I'm going to put down the pink, and to use this I'm also using this Coastal Scents brush, which is a white fluffy brush, and I'm going in with Totally Fetch, which is the pink colour in this palette, and I'm putting this above that crease colour, and I want it to be fairly punchy with the pink, because I am going to tone it down, but I want to have that definite pink colour there. But as you know, with pink, if you're not careful, it can look like you were punched in the eye. So it will tame down a bit. As you can see on this side, it's definitely got that pink tinge to it, but it's not, you know, like belting you in the face, if that makes sense. So the next colour I'm going to go in with is Gangster. And I know I'm sort of doing this the wrong way around, but I wanted to get it, this is sort of fairly important to get this part blended out nicely. So I'm using Gangster basically in the crease and up into that, in that pink shade. And then I go back over with a touch of pink on that other Coastal Scents brush and just bring that up again through the Gangster colour, so it really blends and there's no harsh lines. It's just sort of blended the two together, as you can see. Then I'm going in with, now where did it go? Because I have all my brushes out, and of course then they always end up disappearing on me. I have no idea. It's gone. No, it's probably the one I've got in my hand. This is a clean Coastal Scents brush, and this is one of the fluffy brushes. Now I'm going to go in with Ringleader, which is this beautiful pink sort of colour, and I'm taking it on the inside of my eye and pulling it up to blend those colours in the crease. And then I'm also taking it up and I'm blending it through the pink and using it as my eyebrow shade. And then I'm pulling it just on the outside as well, just to diffuse any harsh lines that are out there. So that's what I'm doing there. Then I will do the bottom now. I know I'm doing it all around the wrong way, but there's sort of a reason for that, because it's the lid colour that sort of is transitioning, but I want the other colours down first to blend it into. So the first colour I'm taking is Charming, and I'm using a little angled brush by Coastal Scents. It's quite a thin brush and it's angled, so I'm just going to put the dark Charming colour out in my most outer edge of my lash line. Suddenly had a horrible fear that I was out of focus. Then I'm taking this beautiful colour called Girly. Now this colour, I am not sure, but I believe it's a dupe for one of the shade shifter colours that I love so much, and also a dupe, well, the Wet n Wild, one of the colours in the Wet n Wild palettes is a dupe for this, I'm nearly sure, because it's that greeny colour that shifts to sort of a taupey brown colour. Then I'm taking Instigator, and I'm running that again, and you'll see that I'm blending these colours over the top of each other. So I'm just getting this brush under my lashes so that it doesn't flick everywhere, and then blending it sort of over the top of each other to give, you know, a pretty diffused line at the bottom of my lashes. And then I'm going in again with Ringleader, and I'm taking that from the inside of my eye and down into the gold. Then while I've got that brush in my hand, I'm just going to take some sort of on the side of that brush. I hope that is focusing. There you go. And I'm just going to start taking that on the inside part of my lid, and sort of it will get diffused into nothing with the other colours I'm going to put down. So I'm just taking this little flat brush now, flat shader brush. First of all, I'm going in now with Instigator, and I'm just going to blend that over ringleader and into the crease, and just diffuse it along my lash line so that it sort of seamlessly blends. So I nearly take the clean side and basically blend the two together. So I'm taking that over the majority of my lid and up to my crease. So it's over the center part of my lid, and I could probably touch up this side just a tad because it's very quickly can get washed away, but it's so that when I blink there's that flash of colour. Then I'm going into Girly again, which is this green colour that I was talking about that sort of shifts to a taupey brown, and I'm putting that on sort of the next little portion of my eye. I'm leaving the outside blank because I am putting another colour down there. So I'm just sort of blending the gold into the gold colour, which is called Instigator, into Girly, so that it's sort of got that transition from, you can see it on this side, from the gold into that girly shade. And that's Suki barking, naughty puppy. And then finally I'm going back into Charming just to do that outside corner. And I'm sort of taking that into the crease, up to the crease, and just blending it into Girly, so they all just transition into one another basically. So light to dark and then light to dark as well. So now I'm just going to go in with my fan brush and brush away any of the fallout that I've got. And that is basically it for the Too Faced palette. Now I'm going in with my new combination of mascaras, which I'm absolutely loving. Now I've always loved this. This is the Maybelline Lash Discovery. So I love it because it's got this tiny little brush, and I love this for my lower lashes because it just really gets every lash and really brings out your bottom lashes. So I do love this for my bottom lashes, and I love that it separates, it lengthens, you get every lash, it does what it says. And my bottom lashes are quite long, so I've normally don't do right to the end of my bottom lashes because they'll often transfer onto the underneath of my eye. But I always, one thing I don't film but that I do is I put clear gel over my bottom lashes to ensure that I don't blink mascara down onto my bottom lid, if that makes sense, like underneath my eye. Now I know when I first got the Kat Von D mascara I said that I didn't like it, it was too wet. The brush is a really large bristled brush. I have been using it over the last week, and as it's drying out I am absolutely falling in love with it. It lengthens, it defines, it separates, it gives volume. It is just fabulous, and I really think with mascaras I probably shouldn't do a first impression because I do persevere with them and use them for a while afterwards, and I always change my opinion on them because once they dry out a little, like you can see that volume that's given my lashes. Then what I do is I go over it with a coat of the Too Faced Lashgasm, which I absolutely love. And this is one of my favourite style of brushes, which is the plastic ones. And I love this because it really separates. So I just blink this one through because it definitely adds a bit more length. It separates them and just defines them all. And then I give another quick coat of the Kat Von D mascara. And then I give another really good brush through using the Too Faced Lashgasm. And I just love the effect that it gives. And lastly, but not least, I haven't done my eyebrows yet, so I'll just zoom out because you don't need me in your face, and I'm sweating. It is quite warm here this afternoon. I've actually got the fan on, so we've just hit spring and it's already been in the 30s, so it's been really, really hot. But this will give you an idea. I'll just as you can see, I'm just using a tissue just to blot the sweat off my face. But the foundation I have on today is Kat Von D. Now, I've just been sweating to the point where it's literally been running down my temples and everything. And I'll zoom in so you can see how fresh the makeup still looks. So it's definitely, even though I've been sweating like across my top lip, on my chin, it's been running down my temples, and on my forehead even, the foundation still stayed in place beautifully. So just to give you an idea. Now I'm just going to go in with, I need to find my brush, I'm just going in with my Tarte eyebrow mousse. And I'm hoping that's focused for you because I cannot see. I'm just going in with the little brush and the spoolie brush. Because my eyes are fairly intense and I missed a step and I've already put mascara on, I'll have to go back in and do it because I don't want wonky eyes for the day. So I'm just brushing that mousse through my brows. And then just going through with the spoolie and just making sure that that's brushed through beautifully. Now, one of the other things I had in my haul is another of the Hello Kitty eyeliners. This is another felt tip one, and I got one in plum. This one is in milk chocolate, which I just got on my hand. And that's the one thing I forgot to do, was do my eyeliner. Now, I do love these felt tips. They're so easy to apply. And I'm just bouncing this across my upper lash line, fairly close to my lash line, and then of course my wing. And I like the milk chocolate with this eye look because it's just a bit soft with this look. It's just soft enough that it doesn't overpower the rest of the eye. I notice I've just got mascara, which is dry and just flakes off like magic. So that is my total look. All of the things that I have on my face have been from one of my latest reviews. So if you've seen my other videos, if you haven't, honestly go back and watch them, because all the things that I have on my face are things that I've hauled lately. So basically this is a first impressions video. So basically, really quickly, regarding the Too Faced, we'll start at the beginning. The Hello Kitty eyeshadow pencils, I got the pack, which you will have seen in my haul. Really like these as, be very rare I think that I would actually just use these as an actual shadow. I would use these as a shadow base, but that's just me personally. I do prefer to use these types of things as the same with the jumbo pencils. I like them as a eyeshadow base, not actually as a eyeshadow itself. The Too Faced Pretty Rebel, nearly dropped it. The Too Faced Pretty Rebel palette. Look, in all honesty, same as all Too Faced products. The colours are phenomenal. The pigmentation is outstanding. The staying power is outstanding. Really, I think it comes down to personal choice. If you don't have, you know, like I say, I really believe these 6 colours here are, you know, basically, if you did that, they're a really nice neutral colours. You know, a lot of people that are reviewing it is saying 4. I really think it's those 6, you know, that you can really do a lot of natural looks with. However, these colours on the end really give you this navy, this beautiful silver colour, this beautiful black, and the pink just allow you to enhance these natural palette, these natural colours. So if you like natural colours but you're looking for something that only has a couple of colours that pop, I would say this isn't a bad palette to get. But again, it's a high-end palette, you know, let's be real. But the size of the shadows is great, and I really like it. I really do. So just to zoom in, because this video has gone on longer than I wished it to, so I apologise for that. So basically this is the look that I've done. You can see that it's just got that hint of pink, not a really, you know, outstanding pink, and then those colours just from the pale pink to the gold into that green colour with that shift in it, and then into the brown. So probably a more subtle eye for me than I am used to doing. So it's still got a lot of colour and it's still got a lot of shadows in it, but it's definitely not that dark smoky look that I so often go for. So I hope you've enjoyed it, being that it's a little bit different with the pop of colour. So hope you're all doing really, really well. I hope you're taking fabulous care of yourselves, and I will talk to you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.